Reports are highlighting that the White House sidelined Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard from months of planning related to the operation codenamed Absolute Resolve against Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, amid skepticism that her past opposition to military intervention in Venezuela raised doubts about her support for the action. Reports are highlighting that the US Vice President Vance rejected the exclusion reports as the White House aide joked about it as well. Tulsi Gabbard is yet to respond officially, but the Vice President Vance has firmly denied reports that he and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard had been kept out of planning for actions against Venezuela. Aditya is tracking what's happening in the White House and all the internal, the chemistry and what's happening behind the scenes. Aditya, tell us what's happening. Vance there denying the fact that him and Tulsi Gabbard were sidelined after Bloomberg report categorically said that they were.
Well, yes, Parmeshwar, US media right now is reporting, both Bloomberg as well as Wall Street Journal, that Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence to Donald Trump, the US President, and of course the Vice President Vance, both of them were kept out of loop of this entire secretive operation Absolute Resolve against Venezuela. This was being planned for last several weeks, but what is being said is that when the crucial hours of the operation was underway, Trump was at his residence Mar-a-Lago, and at that point, each and every important character from the Trump administration, from Marco Rubio to Peter Hegseth, were with him at his residence. But Vance and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard was missing. It is being said that it is being joked within the White House that DNI is not Director of National Intelligence but do not invite, because while the operation was underway and 200 of the specialist forces of the Delta Force were in Venezuela conducting the operation, and the US military was all hands on it, we had the DNI actually sharing photographs of her visit to Hawaii Beach. So she was clearly unaware of what was happening. Vance has now come out in a video and he has set the record straight. He has said that both Tulsi Gabbard and him were very much part of the operation and were aware of things.
Right.
And this was a very secretive operation. But we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold, because both Tulsi Gabbard and Vance seem to have problems when it comes to Trump and do not agree to each and every aspect of his opinion on such operations.
Aditya, do stay on with us for the next crucial updates. You must also know that photographs released by the White House after the operation showed Trump and senior aides, which included Marco Rubio, the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, the CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, gathered in a makeshift war room as events unfolded. Tulsi Gabbard was notably absent from those images as well. Here's what Vance has just said.
So I've heard a couple of things. One, that I was kept out of the planning for the Venezuela operation. That's false. And another, that Tulsi was kept out of the planning for Venezuela operations. That's completely false. Look, we're all part of the same team. And one of the things that is really amazing about that operation is that we kept it very tight to the senior cabinet level officials and related officials in our government. And we kept this operation secret for a very long time. I'm very proud of that. I think it suggests that the team works very well together. Well, looking ahead, what is my role? Look, my role is going to be whatever the president asks me to do. Well, every other day, I'm chairing the meeting that we do on this among White House principals to talk about next steps to try to ensure that Venezuela is stable, and as the president has directed us to do, to ensure that the new Venezuelan government actually listens to the United States and does what the United States needs it to do under our country's best interest. So I'm going to be as involved as the president wants me to be. So far, that's been very involved, and I'll keep on doing that so long as the president asks me to do it.